Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your reading. Today I'm going to do what I said I would do. uh, Before doing the zodiac readings, I want to do a special reading for the Starseed Collective. So I'm going to do a chakra check-in as well as auric field check-in. Now, auric field is basically the biomagnetic energy that surrounds you, the subtle bodies. There are layers to it. And this is where all the external stuff happens, as well as sometimes internal too. So when it comes to spiritual attacks and attachments, negative attachments, past attachments, ancestral attachments, whatever, all of that stuff, it happens in your auric field, which in turn affects your chakras. So each chakra, the main seven ones, are connected to each layer of the field. Okay, so it's basically your aura. Imagine your aura, you are in the middle, like the cosmic egg, and first layer is the etheric, that is kind of connected to your root chakra. Then the second layer is emotional body, that is connected to your sacral. And then the third one is your mental body, that is connected to your solar plexus. Then right in the middle we have the karmic auric body, that is astral. This is where stuff happens because it's the bridge between two gateways. The higher up gateway is the stellar gateway, and the lowest one is Gaia gateway, right? Now, from this karmic point, which is the heart chakra, we move upwards, okay? And then there's your throat chakra. Your, I often say, right, this is your authenticity center as well as a power center in a way. Now, this is connected to your kind of etheric, but this is the ancestral karmic body. Okay, now then we have the third eye chakra, which is connected to the celestial body, which is your planetary auric field, auric body. Okay, interplanetary. So this is, you know, about lives on other planets and whatnot, other dimensions, other planes. So yeah, and then the crown, the causal vortex. This is the causal body. This is where the connection with the divine is made, all right? And this is your spiritual body, your very auric body, all right? So I'm gonna get into the details. I actually want to make a video explaining this in detail. I think I should. I feel like I should. Because I searched on YouTube, there isn't much info. I think it will help. I think it's time because spiritual community is heavily invested in the past life, and that is so age of Pisces, and that is what we are trying to leave behind, you guys. Age of Aquarius is different, and because we are here to seed the age of Aquarius, we are the change, I guess. Yeah, someone has to do it, right? Okay, let's look at your karmic body first. Yeah, I have already pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle thrice on camera as always. Dear Holy Spirit. Let's look at your chakra system first. Okay, let's see. Alethea for the crown. Beautiful. I hope I hope all the cards kind of like fit in. The siren for the third eye. The self for the throat. Love it. The hunter for the heart. The storm for the solar. Wow. Intense, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of shifting it. Okay. The mask for the sacral. And then the nectar for the root. Wow, this is big. This is because this is directly connected to the soma. That is like the higher chakra, right? The bindu. It's right near the causal vortex, right above the third eye. But like physically, it's like the third eye. You can say it's like in between your brows, right? Yeah, back in the head. And the bindu point is like right in the middle of the crown. That is the soma, that is the nectar point. This is amazing. That is showing up in the root. Now, how do I fit it? I don't want to shift it. Let's just keep it here. Yeah, I think it's visible. Kinda. Uh-huh. All right. I mean, I can zoom out, but I don't wanna because my table is a mess. Underneath the unseen, of course. That's why we are figuring things out. The unseen, indeed. Okay, now let's look at your auric field, okay? I'm going to use this Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. Love the deck. This is my first moon oracle, and I got it yesterday, the day Chandrayaan landed on the south pole of the moon. But my whole day was, I was so caught up that I didn't feel like using a new deck. But today is the day, and I think this is a perfect reading. So I've already pre-shuffled. Let's look into the auric field. This is for my star seeds. My lovely starborns. Show me the subtle bodies connected to the 7 chakras. I was going to say 9 for some reason. I mean, there are kind of like 108. But yes, 7 main centers, so. Let's see. Full moon in Sagittarius. This is lovely. See the bigger picture, you guys. I love it because it is showing up in your causal body. Your very, very spiritual body. The direct connection to the divine. And with the Sagittarius, that is the Godhead energy. I love this. The people I read for, you guys are special. Okay. And the third eye, last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Yeah. With the siren, sure, for real. But I love how the purple matches. Okay, throat chakra. I Wow, I'm being bombarded with messages. Okay, full moon in Leo. Go wild. You guys, go wild and be authentic. Okay, be authentic. I love how the fire signs, we have two fire signs full moon, so that's like maximum energy. Last quarter moon in Libra for the heart space. Libra for the heart space. Lovely. Make time for self love. Wow. Okay, let's look at solar. The storm, full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Another full moon. The sacral, last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. Yeah. Final, root chakra, first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble in the root chakra, you guys. I'm hearing that song. Hold on. Sit down. Sit down. That song. Who's that? Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Okay, last quarter moon in Scorpio underneath. Reveal what needs to be seen. Yeah, I mean, we're trying. It's crazy because reveal what needs to be seen is underneath the moon oracle, and the unseen is underneath the archetype oracle. All right, so clearly we have stuff to clear in the lower chakras for most of us. For many of you, the higher chakras lit, and some of you, yeah, you will be going through heavy third eye activation by soon. Yeah, the more you clear your mind, the more you achieve clarity, the more you let go of this baggage that is not yours to carry. All right, now I'm truly happy with this reading because yes, there's always work to do. We are basically here on earth plane to do our own personal work as well as collective. Mostly it is about the collective. That is what I want you guys to know, that if you're a light worker, if you are a star seed, and you know it in your soul that you have a higher purpose, first of all, you're being guided. You're being guided. You're finding it already. Many of you, it's like, but many of you, yes, maybe you are yet to come into that realization. Maybe you're yet to kind of detach from the matrix. So, of course, I'm reading for all kinds of people, right? We all are on different stages. But I just want to say this, that the overall energy looks amazing, amazing. And we have so many fire signs here. So out of 7, we have 4, no, 3 Leo, 2 Leo, 1 Sagittarius, 2 air, 2 earth. We don't have what, you guys? We don't have water. 3 fire, 2 earth, 2 air. No water. That's funny, because yeah, I don't pick up on a lot of water energy. So, and I once got a very crazy message. Okay, and I kind of stopped the reading, and later on I felt like I shouldn't do it. I should just post whatever comes through in the reading. But I was like, what? where was that coming from, because it really wasn't my own thoughts. I don't think like that, but i I think it was a channel message. So it was, this exact phrase came out of my mouth. Okay, your emotions don't empower you. And I was like, ooh, hard relate. I am not giving that message. But you guys, I don't know, it came out like that. And maybe it serves a purpose, and then there comes a point that you have to look at things a bit differently. And I feel like this is more so a message for empaths, right? Especially because you tend to be a psychic sponge. You kind of like pick up on other people's energy, right? And this is again connected to your auric field, because there is something about magnitude. So the lighter you are in energy, you have a bigger magnitude of your auric field, all right? And you are this light bringer in all the dark places, and that is why you're susceptible. And when you pick up on other people's emotions, especially this is for people who are not all that self-aware, but and they don't have a lot of mindful production in place. There comes a point that you have to become mindful about these things. But then, so many people who are on this path, right? They're yet to figure stuff out when it comes to their personal stuff, the personal practice, personal way of doing things, especially dabbling in the spiritual stuff. It's all good, meditating, yoga, and all of that. But when you are a practitioner, when you're practicing all this, you are shining bright on various planes, and you are, let's just say, you are easily observable by other entities who want a free ride, who often get attached. They hitchhike. It is that sort of energy. That is why um, grounding is very important for spiritual people, because it's very easy to lose track of things, right? And just get lost in one of the many rabbit holes that appear on our spiritual awakening. So we're not here to do all of that, you guys. This is bigger. Each one of you I'm reading for, you're that beacon of light in that very area wherever you're located. Just your presence there is doing wonders for so many people. You have no idea. It's energetic. Everything is energy. But you have to become mindful of certain things so that you can do your job better and also enjoy this life, right? Many of you, yes, you have a collective purpose, but you also definitely, some of you are here for the to kind of like fulfill some contracts from the past or whatnot, all of that. Because who knows what your soul was up to or is up to. But anyway, like when you remove time, it's kind of like all the same. So, but I just feel like, especially with the self here, main purpose, and especially with the full moon in Leo, right, with the go wild energy, this card is kind of like your soul fractals are integrated here in this existence. So you are not disembodied. Your soul is not here and there. It's not like you left a part of you in some other dimension, plane, or whatnot. No, you are here with your whole soul, and all that is the reason why you are meant to walk a very empowered path, and the path of ultimate truth, which is not tainted by all the stuff that goes on, especially in the spiritual community. Because if you cannot speak your truth here in this path, then how are you supposed to help the ones who have no idea about what's going on? And they are the ones who need to be aware, right? Because I don't know, it's one thing to have a practice, and it's one thing to do right by the practice. Is it from God? Is it from the light? And even the light, when I say light, always remember it's integrated with the darkness. So they kind of exist together, like this card, the hunter. And when that message about the emotions, you guys, is equally important because, yes, you guys have somebody after you, okay? This is very energetic, and this can show up in the physical too. But mostly it's like you can feel it. This is the same sort of energy that is kind of personal, but I'm picking it up here. Initially, I feel like when you were younger, you like you're being chased by somebody, you know? You were basically caught up in something that really redirected your life for a while, and it took you off of your path for a while. This happened because what happened during this period is like you entered into a contract, into a connection where your life kind of became about this person who turned out to be the hunter, you know? Is this again the chaser energy, you guys? You know where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, especially with the half air, it's kind of like. That's Libra, right? Mm-hmm. So it's the Venusian energy. So, but this is not like. Basically, it took you out of your power. That cannot happen again. That's not happening, especially with all the Capricorn energy in the solar and sacral. It's crazy, actually. And it says, leave the past behind, take a reality check. Capricorn is this like wonderful energy. It's cardinal, it's like full of love, but appears entirely different on the surface. I think Capricorn women are like still, you know, they have the soft energy, but men are, yeah, they are kind of like on a, they are on another level basically, and they're not afraid of hard work. But the ones I'm reading for, that's not what it is. It's not about hard work, it's mostly about smart work. And again, I feel like Capricorns are smart, very smart, especially street smart. They are really good at climbing the corporate ladder and all of that, right? But we have the storm here, so there is something there because I feel like it's very easy for Capricorns to kind of get lost in the matrix. They are often the ones to kind of like, you know, get off of their path. But because I have three fires, so I'm happy because yes, this is happening, you guys. You guys are doing something wonderful. So I have the Fool underneath. All right, so wow, my ear is ringing. This is such a portal energy, and it's reminding me of the 888. By next year, 888 mega portal, you guys, this integration is happening. It's happening, and I love it because it's in the throat space, right? That is wonderful. Now, in the solar space, yeah, The storm is, again, it's about clearing. It's about clearing the energy. And this is also about making way for blocked creativity. You're finding your creative prowess. You are coming in. There is a revolution that is happening. Yeah, that is going to bring you into your ultimate reality, not the one you think is your reality, you know. Your reality is kind of different. So there is a lot that is still hidden, still unseen for you guys, okay? And yeah, somebody is hunting for your heart, somebody is after your heart. So it's very important to keep a check on your emotions. See, I'm not saying become a cold hearted bitch. No. Wow, this is the second time I'm swearing today. Mm, maybe it's time, who knows? No, that's not what I'm saying, okay, you guys. Compassion and all of that, and that goes without saying. That goes without saying. I don't have to sit here and preach as if you guys are kids. Not at all. You guys are, yeah, tapped in. My lovely star seeds. So, the group I'm reading for, there is no melancholy about your homeland here. You guys don't really tap into that sort of energy, okay? It's not like, even if you have past life memory retrieval from your interplanetary life and whatnot, you're not that attached to it. All right, because you know you're here to like do something else, not sit and cry about the life you once had, because your higher self knows better that that life is not gone anywhere. So you understand the thematic nature of timelines, how the threads are connected, how everything is basically happening at once, you know. You're here and then you're there. Wow, okay. I'm getting this buzz in my head. Okay, so I want to talk about the root chakra because it says be humble, and then we have the nectar in the chakra system basically, and be humble for the auric field, right? So, and it is the root chakra, or is this sacral? This is sacral. Yeah. So it is connected to the mask here. And the card says leave the past behind, right? Oh my god, look at this energy. So this part, right, your etheric auric body, it is the closest to your physical body. It's the first layer that is connected to the root, right? And anyway, all the systems are working together. All the systems, all the centers, right? Yeah, in a way, they are individual systems if you really go into the details of things. Yeah. So this is where you hold imprints of past life, disease, injuries, and beliefs, which kind of present in this life, and you kind of have to like reflect on it, right? This is also connected to your DNA that can be activated. So all that activation, right? This is the source, the etheric auric body. So when the activation is either switched on or off, right? This kind of in turn affects your DNA, right? And then it shows up like in physical manifestations, right? The changes show physically in your physical body. So if you do DNA healing, you will see the physical effect. And we have the nectar there, right? And it says be humble. So I feel like, wow, the lights. And I feel like, yeah, you guys have released some big energies, big toxic patterns, big I'm also hearing ailment of some sort. You're able to heal it. It's healed, and it's connected to this sacral. So I'm hearing whatever mark you picked up sexually, that is dissipating. Okay, for many of you it's already done. So if you have been celibate for more than 3 years, you guys are winning at life. What can I say? Because you see, the root, this etheric, is connected to the past life, is connected to the nectar, and we have the nectar card there. Is big, is big. You have access to the nectar. Many of you, you're kind of aging backwards. Believe it or not, it's happening. Also, there's this crown connection, right? So you guys need to kind of ground. Be sure to ground your energy, all right? Find a practice. I don't care if you do meditation or breath work or whatnot, but I want you to at least have some practice in place, daily practice where you ground. Because you see, your higher chakras are super active, super, super, super duper active. And it shows up every now and then. So it's no coincidence. Nothing is coincidence in my readings. None of it. Nothing is a coincidence. A siren there is not a coincidence. And the siren having the gem there is no coincidence. I'll tell you what it is. That is deep, deep pineal activation. You see how the scales kind of look like pines, and that is giving me the pineal gland. And all this beautiful work that's happening in the root with the red there, it is in turn affecting your other centers, and this is showing up here. As well as this is connected to the heart space. If you're finding self-love, things are working in your favor, you guys. Okay. All right. Now, let's look at the emotional auric body. We have the mask, right? This is connected to your sacral. Leave the past behind. So yes, emotional body. Oh my God. So that is why the emotion message, right? Okay, because I especially said that that message was your emotions don't empower you. So it basically meant the flooding of emotions don't empower you. It's not that you become I don't know, a psycho narc. No, that's not what it is about. Listen, don't run with it. Wait, you guys, wait. Okay, so your emotional auric body is it's created by feelings, your heartbreaks, traumas. And it's not only in the present life, but also the past lives. This is where it kind of happens, right? Because, and it especially like beautifully here in this awesome deck says, leave the past behind. So there cannot be a clear message, because for many of you, once you do this, you take off the mask, you find your true self, which in turn activates your throat space. And this is what calling back all the soul fractals and shining this full moon layer energy, which in turn is going to make you go wild on this planet, because that's exactly what you're here to do, to stand in your truth. Remember, we have Alethea in the crown space. So you have access to the truth, to the divine truth. Okay. Now, emotional diseases kind of like, show up in very distorted way, right? Especially in the sacral space. So, of course, like the emotional body. So you can hold a lot of energy, You can hold a lot of trauma in this subtle body. And in turn, you can also hold a lot of joyful memory, a lot of good stuff that in turn boosts you. So that is that other half, right? The colored half. But that's all I'm going to say. You have to clear, clear the traumatic energy. And I feel like it's kind of like, you're almost there. It's the last quarter, right? Last quarter moon in Capricorn. And this is the full moon. So I feel like the energy is moving this way. It kind of makes sense. Yeah, lotus blooms on the crown. Lovely. Now in the solar plexus. Okay, so when there are blockages here, right, and when you're carrying trauma, so your lower chakras get affected. And I feel like for most of you, it is connected to your emotions, because this looks really damn good, and this is where a little bit of work needs to be done. And for many of you, it's quite a lot of work with the storm, but that's a good storm, and especially with the lightning there, it's like spring cleaning. So I feel like I'm getting this message that the those spa salts, right? For your feet. Yeah, so get the salt, get those salts, and soak your feet in the, I mean, like, yeah, I use lavender. So every night before bed, soak your feet in salt water for at least 10 minutes and then go to bed, okay? And because just do it, okay? And look into it. And what else? I was gonna say something. Yeah, make sure that you don't sleep with socks on, shoes on, or anything like that, okay? Make sure the base of your feet is open, like the skin can breathe, because the toxins are released through that part of your body. So yeah, don't wear socks to bed and stuff, you guys. And soaking your feet is going to really calm your entire being, not just your emotional space. It's really soothing. Try that, okay? Okay, now full moon in Capricorn. So this is kind of connected to, solar is connected to your mental auric body. And we have full moon in Capricorn. So mentally, yes, it is time to be logical, especially with Cappy there. And, take a reality check. So ground your energy. Get out of the rabbit hole. Whatever rabbit hole you're caught up in. All that conspiracy theories and whatnot. Everybody's just figuring out what happened in the ancient world. I mean, chill. Let's focus on this word, okay? So, grounding, a lot of grounding. But it's not just about grounding, it is also about finding your confidence, getting out of the waters and going after your bag. That is also there, because see, if you're here for a purpose, you need that security. You cannot do this work if you have to worry about bread every day. Then you will just, in turn, you will try to escape everything. You'll become an escapist. So that's not what is happening, okay? That's not what is happening. That is why you have to focus on your finances. And you have to work with the energy, you have to work with the universe, because you have help from places and beings I can't even explain it. Of course, God is always there. God is the one guiding you. Like I say this, you guys directly work with God. This is very divine energy, especially with the crown energy there is crazy. Full moon in Sag and Alithya. I mean, tell me about it. Sag is so blunt. They all, most of the times they speak the truth, you know. They make everyone uncomfortable. But it is that there's something so fiery and so, it's a very cleansing energy, you know. Everything, I don't know, I feel like you guys know what it is about. And I just love how this moon has that aura, the ring around it, and it is so bright. I love it. And even this full moon has, it has the portal aura. Like this is kind of like the auric field, but a very strong one with the red moon in between. It's like empowered, empowered. And this is where, you know, you're finding your empowerment through this. You're grounding your energy. You're finding that material security, especially with Capricorn here. And then you are doing what you were always meant to do. So this is about your life's purpose. I don't think so I'll be pulling tarot because, and again, the memories obviously in the mental body, yeah, especially, you know, connected to the collective consciousness, as well as other past lives and whatnot. So it's like those ingrained beliefs, you know. So this is where we have to do the deconditioning, all that unlearning that happens after the spiritual awakening. You become an entirely different person from what you used to be when, you know, you were, I don't know, following certain cultures, traditions, and dogmas and whatnot. So it is, this part is basically, mental is connected to your throat because it is about the authenticity, and of course the crown. And you know how it is connected. So you have this full integration here and full integration in the crown and throat, right? And this is where the clearing is happening for many of you. So maybe it is a bit uncomfortable. So if you have like physical symptoms in your solar plexus area, like diaphragm, right? The stomach area, like the upper stomach. So yeah, that could be a sign. Like I remember when I had my solar plexus activation, my God, I felt the physical pain. It was like as if the knots were coming off. It was weird. And I think the only thing that I did differently at the time was I was drinking white lily tea. I don't know, I was just guided to get white lily, water lily, white water lily, not the lotus, you guys. Nope. And yeah, it just did something crazy. So, you know, your mental body holds the imprints of all that has been like said to you or was taught to you by some authority figure or whatnot. You know, yeah, it's about basically breaking through the chains. So this is about reprogramming, but the reprogramming is direct in sync with the divine and with your true authentic self. Okay? So this is about shifting of the perspectives, right? And coming into ultimate truth, I would say. And then this happens in, I mean, there are degrees to it, right? Like when you start this journey, the higher up the spiral you go, the more access you have to these perspectives. So this is in direct proportion to your spiritual growth. Direct proportion, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this in turn kind of like opens gates, evolutionary gates. So this is connected to your soul's evolution. Now, the heart space, we have the hunter there, and make time for self love. Yeah, so this is basically about mm, other people wanting access to your energy, especially showing up in the guise of lovers or whatnot. See, the real one, you'll know, and that will happen, that connection will happen when it's time, okay? But this is about, yeah, the ones who are sent your way to take you off of your path. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is exactly what it is, okay? So, of course, they kind of like, go straight for your heart. And that is why the message again about the emotions. So, it's that time to just stay focused on self love energy, you guys. You see all the stars here? There's so many damn stars here. It's like a galaxy. And she's holding an orb. So, this is about your starseed purpose. It's giving me Pleiadian energy for some reason. Hunter, Orion. Because this is what? This is karmic body, right? Which is connected to the heart chakra. So this is the blueprint that holds the imprint of all your previous lives and the soul plan and your purpose and whatnot. So these are yeah. Yeah, so if there a lot of enemies come in disguise, you guys, to take you off of your path. That is why the emphasis. So it contains mental programs and the imprints and all the emotional impressions, right? And of course, the beliefs that you hold about yourself. This is also connected to evolution. Like, let's say you made some contract, but soul amnesia, you don't remember now, right? And right now, the kind of work that you do in this plane, that takes you off of that plan, and your higher self decides that you're not going to fulfill this contract. Yeah, and you'll be guided accordingly. But then these people who come in to access your energy, they feel like you owe them something. But I just feel like their higher self is yet to catch up. So you, on the other hand, you kind of have to focus on yourself for now, because this is crucial, at least until the Lion's Gate. It's right next to it, you guys. Yep, this energy is obviously, it's also reminding me of this Ketu in Libra right now, South Node in Libra in tropical. Yeah, because South Node is what is that spiritual energy, and again connected to the past life and karma and whatnot, right? So you just have to focus on the light side of your past lives. This life is not so much about that sort of fulfillment, and this is not connected to twin flame. Okay, these are just basic soul contracts, you guys. I feel like I want to clarify this part. Wheel of Fortune. It came out in reverse, but this is also giving me, yes, again, karma, you guys, right? So if you kind of let in the wrong ones, yeah, it can take you off of your path for a while. Again, I'm hearing not forever, you will be redirected. But right now, everything is working so beautifully that you have to be extra careful. That is why you are here listening to this message, you guys. Nothing to freak out, okay? About none of that, no. Because when it's about the real one, you'll know, okay? This is just like, everyday stuff that happens and the people that we meet and whatnot. And especially like, you guys have such a beautiful energy that it absolutely makes sense why people act that way. But right now it's about being smart. Okay? Yeah. Because I have already told you what this card is telling you, your auric field, right? That it's time for self-love. It's all about self-love when it comes to your heart space right now. And this is also you, the hunter, because what are you hunting? You're hunting evolution. You are hunting that collective change. You're bringing that in, right? This is running towards the light. So for others, you are the light. They're running towards you, but you are running towards a higher light. It's a very hyper focused energy too, and there is an emphasis that you need to hyper focus on this, you guys. It's raining outside. It's been drizzling all day, and right now just like started pouring. I can hear it. Yes. And all these the ones who are kind of like running after you, yeah, they got nothing on you, because I feel like you're a timeline hopper. So because I feel like whoever has the ability to kind of like take you off of your path for a while, yeah, they can only access that sort of connection through emotions, through romance, I'm hearing, okay? Only that. Yeah, so most of them, they can only watch. They can't really do much here. But some of them, yeah, like, if they like catch you in a weak moment and whatnot, right? They can like do some damage. But nothing that cannot be taken care of. It's just about the Lion's Gate, you guys. There is something about it I'm going to discover along with you guys, but there is something big. Yeah, and the karmic energy showing twice, like especially the Wheel of Fortune. This is like crazy. This is also connected to your money. Yeah, some like wherever you're headed, because you are going to have the security, right? In order to do the higher work, the collective work. So many of them, yeah, they want access. I'm just gonna say it like that. Mostly it's very energetic, to be honest. They want your light. It's basically, they want you to transmute their darkness into light. But it's not your job. You're doing it at a collective level, and if you get involved one-on-one, it's gonna take a hit on your energy field. And how you're doing it collectively? You're doing it collectively through your services, all right? Where you're not attached. You're not attached. There isn't energetic attachment. You attach, you do your work, and then you cleanse your energy, and then you move on, right? So this is that ripple effect energy. That is what is happening. But if it becomes one-on-one at this point, they can really mess up your energy, because spirit is like, especially with the past behind, leave the past behind. It's because someone got to you that way earlier, I feel like maybe perhaps before, like maybe in your like, naive years. Yeah, but all's good. No issue with that. And you don't have regrets. No, you don't really care about that. It's like, okay, it is what it is. Everything is an experience, and yes, you are here in a physical vessel to experience life. That there's that too. What am I saying? Your life is about the collective as well as, of course, personal, right? And but it has to be in a certain way when it comes to personal. At this point in your life, it cannot be about that fickle energy. You have to kind of like look at yourself as someone who's important and has an important work to do. So it's about, we can't afford to get tainted anymore, you guys. Because see, that unlearning and cleaning our energy and all of that is a task. It's not an easy thing, right? Spiritual awakening is not an easy thing. And living by it every day takes a lot, right? It takes a lot. And you have to make sacrifices for it. It's not something that you're just like basking in. It's not that, born with a silver spoon energy. No, no. You work for it. That is why you have to become extra careful now. Because you know where you're headed. Nectar is yours. The truth is yours. I mean, your whole soul is yours. Let's look at the throat chakra, and this is the ancestral body, right? The auric body, ancestral. This is also kind of connected to the root, because this is your etheric template. Oh, that makes sense with the red there. Okay. So this is about inheritance, right? So this is, of course, at the physical level, as how you look and whatnot, right? And also at subtle levels. Wow. From both the sides, right? From your mom's side and your dad's side. This is also very quantum in nature. It kind of explains. Because see, your ancestors who were like long gone, they're obviously doing their own thing in different planes, and this card kind of fell. Six of Wands. Oh, big energies. They're winning out there on other planes, in other dimensions, other planets and whatnot. They're not just like sitting there and like, seeing what you are doing 24/7 here on earth. No, of course not. I mean, they of course check in every now and then, but I mean, they are having a different kind of experience. Many of them, maybe they have physical bodies too, who knows. I mean, as far only we know that, like, earth is the only 3D planet and whatnot, but can you really say that? Like, all these ETs and all, yeah, they have light bodies, but they can manifest their physical form at will. So the hitchhiker ones are who are like, who don't have a vessel and all, right? Who have to kind of wait for it. Yeah, the wait is also kind of, it's a result of cause and effect, right? That is why you letting them ride on your physical experience is not helping you, is not helping them. it's basically unfair, okay? So yeah, that's not for your higher good. I hope you realize that. So healing basically means not giving into the ancestral trauma, okay? Like many people they have ancestors who suffered a lot, right? The wars and whatnot, the crap that happened back in the days and still happening, so a lot of that. But it's not about focusing on the negative polarity of things. It's about tapping into the strength part. What made them strong? Again, it's about perspective, and this can be, I don't know, this can come off as a bit, I don't know, weird or maybe offensive or whatnot, but it is what it is. Like, if you look at it from a logical point of view, if you let the trauma part of the ancestral line be loud, then that will make its imprint known in your own subtle body, and then you will see the physical effects of it, right? So yeah, it's always a choice, whether it's conscious or subconscious. And how do you know it's some subconscious? Is because you just have to sit still. You have to observe yourself, your own behavior and whatnot. And for that, that is why, solitude is very important. Sitting with your own being is very important. Learning to be comfortable with your own self is very important. And when you do that, you heal. You heal. You, and through this healing, you heal your line, your ancestral line too. That is what healing is. It's not a puzzle, you guys. Because you decide to do things differently. The moment you do that, right? Yeah, you're healing. Because then, well, the lights. Basically, if you let the ancestral expectation rule your present existence, that is not very evolutionary when it comes to your soul. It's not good for your soul. That's not what you are here for. It's a baggage. Drop it, right? And I feel like many of you have done that. Absolutely. That is why, your throat chakra is so empowered. Look at you. Go wild. Go wild. Even your ancestors are like, applauding you, basically. This is a very lovely energy, which in turn, this is connected to your root chakra and your lower chakras as well as knee chakra. So the more you kind of like, the more you're able to put your soul's purpose, in practice, like you are able to follow through on the higher path, in sync with your higher self, of course, the more you will feel at home on this planet. All that memory and all that longing and melancholy and nostalgia, it will go away. It will fade. Okay? Yeah. Now, the siren. Clear your mind. So, with the siren, it's also giving me this energy of serious. Yeah. That makes sense because Sirius is our spiritual sun. And we have Gemini here. That's the dual energy. And Sirius is a binary star system. So it's about integration, of course, the light and the dark, because it's connected, right, with Alethea, the higher chakras. Clear your mind. So this auric body, right, the planetary auric body, it is connected to the cosmos, the planets, our sun, our moon, and other stellar bodies, right? Asteroids. And of course, other systems too. Probably galaxies, definitely Andromeda, right? M13. So through this part, through the third eye part, you are connected to the wider collective consciousness, right? Cosmic collective consciousness in a way. So this is where all that longing for your homeland stuff happens in this auric body. Yep. And the moment you kind of disconnect, you will have heavy activation in this area. And in turn, it's going to brighten up your heart chakra. Because see, what happens is like, even if we access like, let's say just one planetary memory, right? It becomes such a big deal. You kind of start feeling, oh my God, I'm so special. That's what happens. It's like a trap, you know? With the siren, that's what it's giving me. It's like, don't fall into that trap. Disconnect from that energy. It's not serving you any good. So I feel like this is about, because see, your pineal is activated. There is. I'm not going to say it's absolutely calcified, not at all. It's not. It's activated, yes. But you know, you can do some work here. So don't get extra attached to your cosmic existence, even though that's what we are doing. But right now, here on this planet, it is about making it a more, again, Socrates said cosmopolitan, right, existence. We are kind of doing that, yeah. So, but it is about rising above cultural divide, rising above nations, rising above the divisions on the planet, right? The boundaries and whatnot. I mean, okay, physical boundaries make sense. And even back in the days, there was a time in ancient time, right? All the continents were linked up, right? Pangea. So now that sort of energy is happening again with this self, you know. So coming together of the collective energetically, of course, not physically, because I mean, that is, again, it's a planetary evolution, right? Mother Gaia's evolution in the physical form, all that division. And it makes sense in a way, because the weight is, the land mass is kind of like somewhat equally divided now, right? Earlier, all the weight was in one space. So I guess everything happens for a reason. And I feel like if she's letting it happen, because the continental drift is ever present, it's always happening, right? That's why we have earthquakes and whatnot, tsunamis. So yeah, it's like it's intentional on Mother Earth's part. So she's also evolving. See, everybody, regardless of which planet you are on, everybody is after evolution. That is the very purpose of creation, right? And God wanted to see what all is possible. And that very idea brought the whole creation into existence, and now we are all just figuring out, right? How far can we go? Is there any limit? Or maybe there isn't. That is why life goes on and on and on. And your soul is kind of like, energy. It cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, but it is created in a way. It is detached from the source, right? In order to have its own personal experience. Wow. Okay, guys. How long have I been talking for? Wow. 1 hour, 10 minutes? Oh my god. Okay, okay. All right. Now the final one. Alethea with the full moon in Sagittarius that says, see the bigger picture. That is what I was talking about. The bigger picture, you guys. And see, with the page, I'm going to keep this here. Page of Swords, right? Here. So yes, we have to learn. We have to come into more and more info. Research is a never-ending process for starseeds, for the light workers, for my spiritualists, for people who believe in evolution of the soul, not Darwin. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, whatever. Now your crown chakra, and also like this soma center, right? The bindu point from where the nectar drips, which you have total access to, by the way. Now, this is that light body energy, okay? It's an integrated energy field here, right on top of your head, right? It's like, I guess 2-3 feet away, something like that. Yeah. It's the very spirit of the soul. This is where the connection is made, right? This is where you channel. This is how you channel. This is like a personal portal to the divine, where you have that direct connection, where you don't need dogmas, where you don't need all of that. This is about the bigger picture, right? Each one of us can access the divine through this work, through our causal vortex, the spiritual auric body. It's the gateway to the stellar consciousness. It has the entire auric field is basically your personal electromagnetic field, biofield, you can call it whatever, So there are levels to it for everybody. It depends on your soul's evolution. This is about again, I said the Godhead energy there, right? Yeah, the universal energy. This is that direct connection, that resonance with the universal mind, and with our own spirit, our own self, the integrated self, that is not dismembered and floating here and there and other things. No, this is about being fully here in the now, grounded, and assisting Mother Gaia. Always remember that. That is why I say nature is your best friend. Spending time touching grass, being out near the trees, and being in the sun, all of that, it's really, really good for you guys. When this part is activated, which it is, this is where your highest potential is found, you know. It's like your, you kind of just like change the whole game basically. And this starts here, right, which you have already worked for. This is that DNA activation. And this stellar gateway is where, you know, the re-encoding happens for your highest good. And that's when your soul's purpose manifests. Wow, wow. So yeah, that's what is happening. So I'm going to do this sort of reading for each zodiac. Apply it to your sun, moon, rising, both in tropical and sidereal, because I'm going to set this intention, okay? And I hope it helps you guys. But of course, I'm going to try to keep it short for the zodiac part. But this is what I have for you today. I hope this helps. If this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And yes, like talk to me, right? Let me know what you think about all this, what I just talked about in this reading. Okay, I would love to know your thoughts. Yeah. Okay, so that's all. See you in the next one. Bye.